All right, let us all verify this identity. So it's given the tangent of theta times cosine theta is equal to sine theta. Just like what we always do in the previous videos, we always lay out first the rules to follow when verifying identities. So these are the general rules that you need to do when you do verification or proving identities or algebraic identities. So the first one is you always start because you have both sides of the equation. So you have number one, start with the more complicated side. So often easier to simplify into the simpler side. So pick a side, right? So which side you think is the more complicated side, then you start there. All right. The second rule is that you need to rewrite all trigonometric functions into a sine and cosine where possible. Okay. So that's the key, where possible. So if it is possible for you to write everything into the sine and cosine, then do it. Like for instance, if there's a tangent, rewrite tangent into a sine and a cosine. So that means you have to transform them into a sine and a cosine. And the third one, you have to look for algebraic simplifications. Like, for example, can you cancel common factors or combine fractions? So these are things that you need to take note, all right? So you have to look at these things when you do verification, right? Can you cancel out factors? Are there fractions that you can combine? All right. And of course, here are some of the common identities that you use. So these are just some of the identities, all right? So how you could rewrite some of the trig functions into a sine and a cosine. For example, if you have a tangent, you can rewrite it as sine over cosine. If you have cotangent, you can rewrite it as a cosine over sine. If you have a secant, then you have 1 over cosine. Then you have a cosecant, then you have 1 over sine. So these are just some of the common trigonometric identities that you can use or replace to rewrite the identity. All right. So let's go to the problem. So the problem is tangent theta cosine theta is equal to sine theta. All right. Which side do you think is the more complicated side? Of course, this one is very easy. The right side is so easy. So we don't need that. So we need to focus on the left side. Focus on the left side. So we start on the left side. That's step one. That's the more complicated side. And we need to think, since there is tangent over there, we need to think how can we convert tangent into a sine and a cosine. So we need to recall tangent theta. Oh, tangent theta can actually be rewritten as sine theta over cosine theta. All right, cool. So we have step three. We will now substitute tangent theta into the left side. All right. So we know that so this is the original equation, tangent theta cosine theta, and we can actually rewrite it as like this. So tangent is now rewritten as sine over cosine, and of course, don't forget you multiply it with the cosine. All right. So take note, we are considering the left side. And then, of course, what do we do? Again, that's one of our rules. Remember, can we simplify? Oh, yes, we can simplify, right? We can actually cancel cosine, right? Because this one is in the numerator, this one is in the denominator, we can cancel all those are factors, right? So what is left on the left side is sine theta. That's the only thing that is left on the left side, which is actually this one, right? So it is sine theta. So we have sine theta times 1, and this is the one on the right side, sine theta. That means we indeed have proven it, right? We have proven it that the identity or the given identity is equal, right? So the left is equal to the right. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you can follow me, and then I'll see you again in my next video. See ya.